All right, let's do this. In the next few minutes, we're going to take you from zero to hero with Databricks notebooks. We'll slice right through the jargon and give you the must-have skills to start building, analyzing, and visualizing data like a total pro.
You know that feeling, right? You're deep in a project and you're thinking, man, I wish I could just run this SQL query and then immediately feed that data into a Python model without jumping between 5 different windows. Well, that's exactly the headache Databricks notebooks were built to solve. It's all about weaving different languages together into one smooth, powerful workflow.
So, here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with the absolute basics. Then we'll get hands-on with creating and organizing your work. After that, we dive into the fun stuff, the multi-language power. Then we'll cover how to share and collaborate. And finally, we'll turn all that raw data into some awesome visuals. Let's get into it.
Okay, first things first. What is a Databricks notebook anyway? Let's break it down.
The best way to think about it is like a super-powered digital lab notebook. It's this one interactive document where you can write your code, see the output instantly, scribble down your notes and thoughts, and even build charts and graphs, all in the same place. It's a single workspace built from the ground up for data science and engineering. Okay, enough with the theory, let's get our hands dirty. We're going to create our very first notebook and see how to get your digital workspace all set up.
Making a new notebook is super simple. Seriously, it's just a few clicks. You just find the folder where you want it to live, you right-click, hit New, and then Notebook. Give it a name, and then, this part's important, you pick your default language. Think of that as your go-to language for that project, whether it's Python, SQL, or something else.
And once it's created, you've got all the file management tools you'd expect. You can rename it, clone it to make a quick copy, move it around, or delete it. It really works just like managing files on your own computer. No surprises there. All right, so we've got a notebook. Now for the really cool part, making it actually do stuff. This is where Databricks just completely shines. Its incredible ability to handle different programming languages, all in the same notebook without breaking a sweat. First, the absolute basics of running code. You just hit Shift plus Enter to run the code in a cell and automatically jump to the next one. Or you can hit Control plus Enter to run the cell but stay right where you are. Super simple, super efficient. Now, this is where the magic really happens. Let's say your notebook's default is Python, but you suddenly need to run a quick SQL query. No problem. You don't have to switch tools. You just type what's called a magic command, literally just %SQL at the top of the cell. That tells Databricks, hey, treat this one cell as SQL. It works for R and Scala too. It's all about using the right tool for the right job, cell by cell.
Look, your work doesn't happen in a bubble. You need to share it with your team. And just as important, you need to feel safe enough to experiment and maybe even break things. So let's talk about how Databricks makes collaboration a breeze and gives you an amazing safety net.
Databricks gives you a bunch of ways to share your work, depending on who you're sharing it with. You can export it as a source file, which is perfect for checking into Git. You can export it as a clean HTML file to send a non-interactive report to your boss. Or you can create a Databricks archive, a .dbc file, which lets you give a colleague the entire interactive notebook so they can run it themselves. And this brings us to an absolute lifesaver, revision history. As you work, Databricks is automatically saving versions of your notebook in the background. This means you can experiment without any fear. If you mess something up or just want to go back to an older idea, you can literally roll back to any previous version with a single click. It's like having an undo button for your entire project. Okay, writing code is great, but it's only half the story. The real goal is to find those hidden insights and tell a story with your data. So now let's check out how Databricks helps you visualize your results. You have complete control over how you see your work. You can stick with the standard view with code and results stacked, or you can use the side-by-side view, which is awesome for tweaking code and seeing the changes immediately. And when you're ready to present, just switch to results only to hide all the code and create a super clean, professional-looking report.
Okay, so let's see this in action. We'll start by just pulling some raw data from a database.
And boom, we get a standard data table. I mean, it's accurate, but it doesn't really tell you anything, does it? It's just a wall of numbers and text. But here's the cool part. With one click on the little plot button, Databricks instantly turns that boring table into a visualization. You can flip through bar charts, line graphs, pie charts, whatever you need, turning that wall of numbers into a clear insight literally in seconds. And that's really the heart of it all. the entire platform is built to close the gap between your raw code and a powerful, shareable insight. It just streamlines that whole process into one smart, cohesive environment. So there you have it, our rapid masterclass. You now have the skills to build workflows with multiple languages, manage your projects like a pro, and create instant visualizations from your data. The only question left is, what are you going to build first?